Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're back with another episode of this Freakin show. The weekly podcast with a little bit of something and a whole lot of nothing. I'm your host, Travesty, and with me this evening,
Awkward Colin.
And Geek Cast Joe.
And this episode of this Freakin show is brought to you by the wonderful Firepit Bar and Grill that caused me to be a little bit drunk while I'm doing this. So, I'm not gonna
They are
lie.
a wonderful place.
They're so awesome. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not 100% coherent right now. So this is going to be fun and exciting.
I'm excited.
Yeah. Me too. I gotta tell you, and for everyone who's listening to this, who's in I don't know, a good radius, I don't know, a feasible drivable radius of Firepit Bar and Grill. I guess I can't even say drivable because obviously you don't want to drink and drive. But if you have a designated friend or a designated driving friend who will travel with you to places they could, watch other people enjoy their time while they sit there not drinking because that's the safe thing to do. You should go to Firepit Bar and Grill because when they have like sporting events like today, they had the great, incredible sport of NASCAR racing. They had these packages that included drinking, so I partaked in that. Partaken?
I don't know. Partook?
I was a part of it.
Yeah, you partook in it?
I partook in it. I partook in it. It was totally awesome. $40. Okay, now get this. For $40, you go to Firepit Bar and Grill during their special events. When they have this, but it's not every day, so don't walk in there on a fucking Tuesday and say I want the $40. It's not. It's during special events. They did Daytona 500 today. They did it during the Super Bowl. I believe they're going to do it during the opening day of the Cubs games.
Excellent.
Yeah. So for $40, you can walk in there, get an appetizer, which I think they give you like 5 different choices. It's like an onion explosion, which is like it's like an onion blossom that has like green peppers and jalapenos with it.
Oh my god.
It's so fucking good. The pretzel bites, mushroom toppers. Cooper, quit fucking breathing so loud. Fucking Travis is trying to do a show, dog. They got mushroom toppers, pork bites, and mac and cheese bites. So it was me. It was my madre, stepfather Carl. And then their friends, Bill and Peggy. Everyone got a package but my mom. My mom doesn't really drink too much on Sundays. She leaves that for Jesus. So I ended up getting the pork bites, which were absolutely amazing. It came with she called it a sweet Bam sauce. And that's exactly what it is. Like you dip into it and you fucking bite into that fucking fried pork piece and you're like, oh my god, this has like such a sweet, and then it just hits you out of nowhere like a spice that will literally burn your butthole if you can't handle fucking spice. So pound is not for you.
Yikes.
Definitely not for you. But it is good. And I don't want to degrade the flavor in any way, but the moment I tasted it, the first thing that came to my mind was ramen beef flavoring.
All right.
So it's like, and that's what the initial flavor of it is. But it does have obviously she creates her own sauces there. Like her barbecue sauce is probably the best barbecue sauce I ever had in my fucking life. Absolutely amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I had the pork bites. Carl ordered the mushroom tops, and then we also got the onion explosion and pretzel bites. And then you get to order a dinner. Like you get to order a sandwich, a burger, or an actual entree dinner. And I got the jambalaya because I love jambalaya. Huge fan of jambalaya.
Yeah.
So I got the jambalaya. And then for the entire race, or for the length of the time that the event's going on, you can enjoy either domestic beer, well drinks, which include Captain, any UV drink, or any UV vodka, or any, I think it's O vodka? Can't remember exactly what it is. Again, I've been drinking. But when you host a podcast, you get special perks. So they allowed me to have an exception for my drink, and I enjoyed cherry McGillicuddies.
Nice.
for about 4.5 hours. So I can tell you that you'll definitely get your money.
Your Muslims worth?
Your Muslim.
Your money's worth.
You'll definitely get your money's worth when you sit there and you take advantage of the actual mix drinks and everything. They have the same package as a $30 package. The only difference is there is, I don't know what the difference is. I think there's like no dinner and it's only beer. So it's like an appetizer and beer, $30. So pay the extra $10 to get the actual dinner meal and the well drinks. So it was a lot of fun. Um, it was interesting to have Carl sit there and explain how the rules of NASCAR changed, because you would think literally a sport where you drive around in a circle for 500 miles couldn't get any simpler or even complicated for that matter. But apparently they changed rules in fucking NASCAR now to where for the 200 laps that you do, they do it in stages. So the first stage is 60 laps, second stage 60 laps, and then the remaining stage is obviously the 80. And what they're doing now is they're trying to make it um, more of a competition, I guess, because you have to win stages in order to get points.
Hmm.
But what's weird is like when you crash a car now, you have 5 minutes to fix that car. If you cannot fix that car in 5 minutes, you're out of the race. Now, Daytona 500 was the first race of the season. They had, I think they started out with 40 cars, and by the end of all the accidents, I think there was only 17 left in the race
Jeez.
because the rest of them pretty much crashed out. It was insane. It was crazy. Um, it blew my mind that they would do something like that. But at the same time, I started realizing it, and maybe it was during all the alcohol I was intaking, that maybe it's kind of like it gives like everyone more of an opportunity now. Like rather than like the Dale Earnhardt Juniors and
Kyle
Kyle
Busch's.
Busch's and
Yeah.
all that. Instead of giving them like an ultimate advantage over everyone else because they can afford everything else, and everyone gives them everything to succeed in the races. Now it gives everyone like an actual cautious driver who doesn't worry about slamming someone up against a fucking wall the entire fucking thing. Gives them an advantage to win. So Kurt Busch ended up winning today. A lot of people weren't happy about that, and I think it's because like a lot of people hate Kyle Busch, and because of that, Kurt falls into it.
Right. He has
I'm
the
always
same last name and a four-letter K name.
Yeah, so I mean, and that's pretty much what it is. Like they didn't like Kurt Busch because Kyle Busch is his brother. Hey, whatever. I
Hmm.
had a good time. Um, so I do recommend checking out Firepit Bar and Grill when they do have their events, and you'll know when they have their events when you're following them on Facebook. Because all you gotta do is search Firepit Bar and Grill. Just go to their website, firepitbarandgrill.com.
That's right.
That was probably my longest advertisement of Firepit Bar and Grill ever.
It was. Except for the
Right?
time that we ate dinner or breakfast there.
That's true.
Opposite
That's true.
opposite dinner.
The exact opposite of dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, wait, yeah, I guess it would. Because dessert isn't really a meal, right? So you can't really say opposite dessert is breakfast.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess. Anyway, yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool though. I had heard that NASCAR was planning to change some
Mhm.
rules up. I didn't know what the details were until just now. So that's cool. I hope that it is beneficial for them.
Yeah. Well, it's weird, like when because I know people don't like changing their sports. People like when shit's like the way it is, unless it's a way to make the game better. Like obviously, a lot of people hate what they've done to football, and I know that a lot of changes that happen in football were to save the players from being further injured. Based on how you tackle and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I just found out for baseball, they're um they're changing. They're in the act of changing a bunch of things for baseball. I think as of right now, they changed the intentional walk system that they have now. Like back, before this year, intentional walking, the catcher would stand up, point out to the side, and then the pitcher would throw four intentional balls to walk the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're just gonna make them automatically take first.
Hmm.
Um, some people think it's better because it limits the pitches that a pitcher will have to throw in an inning. But at the same time, if you watch a lot of baseball games and on those intentional walk strategies and shit, there are people who overthrow balls, causing people to move up bases. There's been a couple of guys who actually reach out and swing at the ball and
Hmm.
hit it. So a lot of people don't like the fact that you're taking away those opportunities and everything. Also, they're talking about making the strike zone bigger
Hmm.
and putting time limit on pitches. To
They just want to ruin fucking sports to me.
yeah, well, they change so much. Like I don't know what basketball has done to change, but I think it's been very little because all I've heard of baseball and football and now NASCAR, it's just like they're taking normal shit and just making it more complicated. And some of it, I get it for safety reasons, like the whole like harness helmet thing that some people find uncomfortable. But when you watch, a legend like Dale Earnhardt die without because he chose not to wear it, it kind of makes you want to start wearing it. It's the same thing like with some of these hits and everything that cause concussions in football. Like I get some people, like things like that. I understand change on, but unless you're a true diehard sports fan, I guess. Like I'm not for NASCAR. I am no way a huge NASCAR fan. Half the people I was kind of looking forward to watching race tonight retired like 5 years ago
Right.
because yeah, 'cause I don't follow fucking NASCAR. Like um, I get there. Like there are people who are like frustrated about what happened, but at the same time kind of understand. So I guess it's really how you look at the sports. But to like diehard sports fans, like you're ruining football, you're ruining baseball, you're ruining NASCAR by making these changes and shit like that. And I get it, but at the same time, I get why they wanted to change it, but at the same time, I don't see why you wanted to change what is tradition.
I don't know. Baseball already has like 193 pages of rules, so it's not like I don't. It doesn't really make it or break it to me to add or take away. I understand like the strategy of certain things. Like I think it's stupid to change the automatic walk thing. That seems dumb to me because there's lots of things like you said that strategically could be played into it. But I can
Yeah.
see like a pitch clock makes perfect sense to me because the amount of time that you can just watch a pitcher just stand on the mound,
Yeah.
basically jerking off.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. The pitch clock, I totally understand. But like, I think it was 2 years ago when they banned collisions at home plate.
Hmm.
Like before, I think it was 2 years ago when they banned it. I mean, before that, if the catcher has the ball, they could stand in front of home plate, and the runner or the batter could run, tackle the fucking guy, or not tackle him so much, but like drive his shoulder right into the catcher and try to knock that ball loose. People were pissed when they got rid of that. I mean, granted, like they're talking about how like it's safer for the players and everything, but it takes away a level of excitement when you do things like that. So it's very like like how what kind of person you want to be when it comes to when you want to come to being a fan of a sport. Like you so diehard tradition where you want nothing to change, or are you a traditionalist where you understand the change? It's
Right.
like people like people want DHs in both National League and American League, but the real diehard fans want to keep pitchers batting, in the National
Mm-hmm.
League.
Right.
You know? Do you guys have an opinion on that? I mean, at all,
I really don't. I don't
no,
follow the sport enough yet.
Colin?
Yeah.
No. I mean, like, I mean, if you guys were to go to a game, like, would it matter to you watching an actual batter bat instead of the pitcher, or do you like that sense of a pitcher batting to where you need to use strategy to figure out how he's going to be utilized in an inning? Like a guy on first, no outs, he has to bunt, where a DH, he has the capability of hitting where he doesn't have to bunt. Shit like that. So
Right.
and that's where people get so involved, and that's why
Pitchers
like
don't bat right now, right?
pitchers bat in the National League.
Okay.
So and they don't bat ninth, and that's where a lot of people had a problem too. Like with Joe Madden, he started batting his pitchers eighth, and people thought that was weird,
Hmm.
but obviously it worked.
But
You
there's no
know?
rule against. There's no rule
No,
about where your pitcher has to bat, right?
no, he
Hmm.
is his batting lineup. Yeah, I mean, he made it work. It
That's
was
great.
just I mean, there were just people who thought, it just wasn't,
That's
since it
just not
wasn't
how
the
we do
norm, it shouldn't.
things.
Yeah, right.
Twists
And that's
mustache, drinks tea.
yeah. Well, see, and that's the same shit that goes on in like fucking Peotone. Village, that means nothing to anyone who's listening to the show, and it's kind of a goofy segue because it's not going to lead to anything. But Peotone is slowly dying because these old fucks on our fucking board and shit don't want the town to grow. They don't want to
Mm.
bring in new business. Like the fucking Sears warehouse in Mantino that I used to work at. I mean, granted, yeah, Sears sucks now; it's falling apart, but that could have been in Peotone, and Peotone said no. They wanted to build a hotel off the highway in Peotone. Peotone said no. Peotone doesn't want change, and that's why towns fucking die.
I hear you. We've got the same problem here where I'm at in Connecticut, where, um, actually the issue here is not that there's not enough business, but the cost to build to develop the land here is so prohibitively expensive that young people can't move here, and there's no industry nearby anyway, so they can't get jobs to afford to live here. And it's just a mess, and it's getting to the point where in this area, there aren't enough people to serve on the volunteer fire department, so they're going to have to at some point raise taxes and start paying for a fire department, or just let the town
Really?
die.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. It's we don't have enough fires for it to be worth paying for fire department.
Hmm.
But you don't want you'd hate to have a fire and not have firemen. So it's crazy. I'm totally with you. It's absolutely insanity to me. Why wouldn't you want more economic opportunities in your town so that you can help your people do better? I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. I mean, and that's the problem and that's why some of these like, small towns are fucking diminishing. Like I went to Papanow, Illinois, small ass fucking town.
You can tell by
There's
the
probably
name.
like, right? There's probably like 15 people, all related, all fucking each other. Um, it's so backwards looking. And if we have any listeners in Papanaw who decide not to listen to our show anymore, I'm sorry we lost that one
Right.
who probably has dial up at the local fucking church youth center because they have a church and they have a slaughterhouse and that is it. I was telling mom when we were leaving, we went there and everything because I bought half a cow because I don't see everything through, I only half ass it. Uh, See that? I'm funny. But as we're leaving, I was driving down the. I was there's this town is like two fucking crossings for the train, and the train was heading south. I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna drive north a little bit and take the next crossing. And mom's like, well, you can just turn around. I'm like, yeah, fuck, I just want to beat the end of the train. By the time I get to the other end, the train should pass. I drove through what looks like a fucking tornado shit, and like tore these houses apart fucking looks like garbage. Like these time, and like again, no disrespect to Papanaw, but it looks like some of those like what's the fucking Hoover towns. Back from
Mm-hmm.
like the Great Depression shit. It
Right,
looks
right.
just like that, right? Destroyed, dismantled houses, broken down, boards over the windows. But for some odd reason, every door on the front of those houses look brand fucking new.
Good for them.
Like Oprah went into this fucking town and was like, you get a front door and you get a front door. Everyone gets a front door. Baffled my fucking mind. I drove past a truck that had a load of tires in the bed of it. And that truck was on top of a trailer attached to another truck. And I told my mom, I'm like, you want to know how you're a broke ass? She's like, why? Like, when you have to haul the truck that's hauling your tires. Blew my fucking mind.
It is
I just,
mind-boggling.
right? And like, I don't want to put anyone down, but if you live in fucking Papanaw, give up. Just stop. It's not fucking worth it. You just know. Mm-mm. Can't do it. Can't fucking do it. It's the fucking church that was right there. I'm not gonna lie. It looked questionable to me. It baffled me. I told mom like if the slaughterhouse shut down, this town would slowly crumble beneath itself because there's nothing here to keep it thriving. And that's what happens in small towns, and it sucks because I love small towns.
Absolutely.
I love living in an area where the next town is literally 6 miles down what we consider to be a major road. What
Right.
other people, yeah, what other people consider, oh, that's kind of like fucking Michigan Avenue or not Michigan Avenue. I'm sorry, whatever that fucking road is that Millennium Park's on.
That's Michigan
It's
Avenue.
is that Michigan Avenue?
I'm
Okay,
pretty
so it's
sure.
Michigan. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah. So it's
Michigan
like
Avenue is the big one.
yeah. See, we see Route 50 as a very major fucking road. But maybe at most, you get like 40, 50, 60, 70 cars there, like every half hour. To us, it's a lot of fucking cars. But to someone to like Chicago, they're probably all like, yeah, that's how many are parked in front of my house in like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Because,
that's how many cars there are on like 90 94 every 15 minutes at 3 in the morning.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like, it's like when you have fucking somebody who's on a highway who's doing like 80 in a 70-mile-an-hour zone, people don't give a shit. But when you're going 45 on a 40,
Hmm.
people lose their fucking mind. But that's what I love about the town. It's like, like you could whip through it. If you do 5 miles over, you're gonna get pulled over and get a fucking ticket. That's just how life is in small towns. You go fucking 20 miles over on the fucking highway, you have good chances of them being like, meh.
Mm-hmm.
Blows my fucking mind how people live who don't live in small fucking towns. Who said they're like, hey, you want to go to the next town over, and all they have to do is step over the street. No,
Right.
I don't. I don't want that.
I
shit.
hate that shit.
I actually hate that too.
Yeah. Well,
That's-
and
I,
that's
and
the
I
thing,
and
like,
I and I love city living, but the way that things bleed from one to another is just like, ugh. How do
Hey,
you
look,
know where
I'm
you
in
live?
5 fucking cities in one time.
I know.
yeah.
You know
Oh,
what's
shit,
weird
man.
is that's how it is here in Connecticut. Is all of these little townships are right next to each other, and so it's like I could walk through 5 towns in about like 20 minutes.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's to me. That's stupid.
Yeah. You're stupid. I'm
I didn't
sorry.
say he's stupid. I said that.
Well,
I'm
it's just
sorry.
it's the way
I've been
that
drinking.
it's the way that Connecticut's set up. They don't have well, they have counties, but like their county government doesn't really exist. And so instead of like an actual county government, each little township has its own unique system of government. And so they have to have like specific rules for where one town ends and another begins, and it's weird. So damn Yankees.
I got you.
But
Yeah, it's just like I don't fucking know.
yeah, I
Joey,
love
you're
it, though.
back. You're back in what, 3 months?
Yep.
Can't wait.
Triple May. Me either. I'm
Yeah.
getting pumped.
I was up at Firepit yesterday too. God, fuck me. I was up there yesterday. I didn't drink yesterday. I had lunch up there yesterday, but I was up there yesterday, and I guess Lisa was having an issue with one of her cooks. Like she said that it's not one cook, it's another, who like call off or some shit. That in my head, I'm like, in a few months, maybe she could have a new cook who will always show up to work. And Joe,
Oh, that'd be great.
you guys are better off just moving to Peotone.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe after he's done with school.
Yeah, maybe.
Fuck it, you'll be fine. Just do it from Peotone.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I may.
How much more school do you have to do when you come back? Like 2 more years or 1 more year?
I'm hoping for just one more year. That's the goal. It might be a year and a half. So, we'll see.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah, I have about 25 to 30 credits to finish. And if I take a really heavy load in the fall and the spring and get my chaplaincy work done, then I'll be done in May.
I'll give you a heavy load.
So,
Right. There we go. Oh, fuck, I've
But
been drinking.
yeah, so I don't know. But that's definitely, I tell you what, Firepit. The only reason that it's probably my third stop when I'm in the Midwest is because it's further west than my first two stops.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
What are the other stops there, Joe?
I'm gonna go to Nine Irish Brothers in West Lafayette
Mm-hmm.
and drink some Jameson and ginger ales and listen to some Irish music played live. And then I'm going to. I actually don't know what my second stop's going to be. I'm leaving some playroom in case I have a second stop.
Yeah, keep your options open.
Yeah, yeah, but it definitely Firepit is in my top 3 places that I'm stopping to eat some food and get a little drunk at when I'm back in the Midwest.
I'm excited because next month we got karaoke coming, so I'm really all eager to beaver about that shit.
That's awesome. I love karaoke.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I'm a karaoke guy. I gotta get Colin out to karaoke with me.
Should do it, Colin.
I don't see myself doing it.
I'll karaoke with Colin. I'll karaoke with people I know. I won't karaoke with fucks who crashed my sister's engagement party, though. Tell you that much right now.
Oh god.
Fuck that guy.
Oh, jeez.
Hey, I mean, at least they enjoyed him.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that guy enjoyed himself a little too much.
Oh man.
You'll have that.
Yeah, I didn't want to have it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it was just it. I mean, it was all in fun, but I mean, like, you just get to the point where, like, you're going from being entertaining to being just annoying as fuck.
Oh yeah.
And that annoying as fuck is when you start serenading someone else's girlfriend.
Yeah.
I hear you.
But you know what?
Hear ya.
I blame her for all of that.
Oh, she invited him.
Exactly.
Like when she was telling me to go up on stage, like, I didn't invite that fucking dude. That's your guy. You go up there. I mean, fuck that. Like, I'm not going up there and dance with the fucking dude. It's like, I just want to sit there and enjoy my pasta salad. I mean, fuck.
Pasta salad.
But speaking of entertainment, Colin, heard you saw a very exciting movie this evening.
Oh, I did. I saw the movie Split.
Is that the new M. Night Shyamalan?
It is. I know a lot of people don't like him. They think his movies are stupid. Me, I've always liked them. From what I've seen, me and my girlfriend went and saw that today, and she enjoyed it. So I'm happy about that. I figured once towards the end of what usually happens in M. Night Shyamalan, she would just be like, "Bah," but no, she enjoyed it.
Was there a typical twist? I don't want to know what it is. I just want to know if there is one.
Yeah, it was just like how they usually do.
Gotcha.
The only Shyamalan movie I could think of.
Shamalama Ding Dong.
Shyamalan, Lemonade Banda Banda. The only one I think of that comes to mind for me is The Village. I don't know if I've seen any other ones.
Sixth Sense is one. Lady in the Water.
Never seen them.
I've never seen Lady in the Water.
I haven't either.
See, like, and I've also heard it's very hit and miss with his movies. Like, I've heard good things and I've heard bad things.
Signs, Happening.
Never saw him.
The Visit. After Earth, Devil.
Yeah. No.
Oh,
Apparently
Devil is
Stuart
so
Little.
good.
Wait, you said Stuart Little?
Apparently Stuart Little.
Shyamalan directed Stuart Little? Because I've seen Stuart Little, so I mean...
I don't think he directed it.
Oh, did he create
Oh, that's
it?
right. He did. Where's his director? He did Last Airbender as well. No, here's the movie. He's only done directed 14 movies. Where was he at for Stuart Little? He did writer, screenplay of Stuart Little.
Huh.
But you said Devil's good?
Oh, Devil is really good.
That's where they're all in the elevator, right?
Yeah, it's awesome. Unless you're afraid of elevators, then it's terrible. But I'm not.
No,
So
I'm not afraid of an elevator.
yeah. Well, I know a guy. Actually, it's his birthday today. So happy birthday, Geek Cast Base.
Happy
Oh,
birthday.
Elevator fearing fella. I shouldn't. I told him I wouldn't make him fun of him for that anymore. But it's his birthday,
Well,
so.
Why is he not like elevators?
Lots of bad experiences on him. So
Huh.
he grew up in St. Louis, and the elevator in the arch, I guess, is horrible. And he would often be in it riding to the top, and it would get stuck. And his dad, like all good dads, made him terrified of it. You know, it's like, we're all gonna die. You should just give up right now, because the elevator, we're never getting out of here. So pick a wife from the other elevator people, and we'll hope that you can, you know, we're gonna kill this guy and eat him. It's fine. You know, the kind of stuff that really impresses itself on the young mind.
Well, I mean, yeah, there's that. Holy shit, that's fucked up. Poor base. Bad birthday to him. Obviously, he survived another year. So
Yeah.
What was that? Do you guys see that movie? I'm not sure if it came out already or it's coming out, about an office where people have to kill each other.
Yeah,
No.
I've been seeing the trailer for that. Haven't really looked too much at it, but
It looks good, but obviously it's in that genre that I'm not looking forward to watching, so I won't do it.
I've never heard of this. What is the? It's just like it's just like a regular office, but they kill each other.
Yeah, it's like an office scene, and like somebody comes over to the intercom and says, "You need to kill 20 people, or 40 people, or 40 of you will die."
Huh.
Or some shit like that, or like it's God, what the fuck is it called? I'm just gonna make this noise until I find it. Oh god, I just googled horror office movie. I don't fucking know.
I don't know. I've never heard of it. Sounds awesome though. It's sort of like an ethical choice. Like we have to choose 20 people who are going to die, and if we can't choose, then 40 people are going to die.
Yeah, it's like you need to decide of what 20 people will die. If you can't decide, then 40 of you will die. Come on, it can't be this fucking hard. I literally googled office movie horror movie. I mean, come on, can't get much more than that. Fucking fuckers, fucks.
the Blanco experiment.
There we go.
Belko.
Belko experiment?
There we go. Colin found it.
Nice.
Yeah. So I mean, that looked pretty good too, but like, I don't know. I gotta get over this fear. I don't fucking know. I think one day I just gotta like sit down and just watch fucking horror movies until, you know, I have no more room in my pants for poop, or oh shit. I don't know. Colin, you wanna help this derailed train by doing your segment?
Is it my turn?
Yeah, you could do it. It's all on you now, bro. Bring us back. Bring us back. Bring us back from this coma.
Give me about between 5 and 10 minutes.
All right. All right. We'll keep talking until then.
Sounds good.
I'll let you know.
I'm getting updates about my. I joined an official Oscar challenge.
Did you?
I did. I tagged you guys in Facebook on it too, and man, I'm doing pretty good. I'm in 3rd place.
Nice.
Not bad. I've only seen 2 of the movies, so.
Yeah, I gotta get you. I gotta
Pleased.
send you over my list still. I got it. I just gotta fucking type it over to you. I just haven't done that yet.
I'm so pissed. For the documentary or short film, I totally was gonna pick the winner, but then I changed it.
Oh man.
Like,
I did the same thing with
not that I knew who the winner was. That it wasn't decided yet, but what I was originally gonna pick won.
Jeez. Yeah, I did the same thing with costume design.
My costume design won.
Yeah, I went La La Land. I should have just stuck with Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah,
So.
that's how I went with the Fantastic Beasts. So,
Wait, you guys are looking at the results?
well, I was just getting whoever.
My
Oh, we're supposed to do that at the end all together. You fucks.
Oh, well, my official Oscar challenge page is just keeping track of it for me.
Fuck your Oscar page.
I tagged you guys on Facebook.
Did you? Because I didn't get it.
I did.
We're supposed to do that together.
I was just the only reason I know is because I was doing mine.
No, it's okay. I think we agreed. I don't know if it was last week or not that we're just gonna put our results
Post
and
them.
yeah, just post them and call them good. So I don't know. I haven't looked at any of them yet. I'm just gonna wait until tomorrow morning when I wake up and look at all mine at once.
Nice.
And yeah. So out of curiosity, I gotta find my fucking list. It's in here somewhere. Has La La Land been winning as much as they thought it would be?
Not yet.
I didn't put La La Land for a lot of mine. I think I put like maybe 1 or 2 of them. That's it.
Yeah, I think I put one. I could be wrong.
Damn it! I forgot about Zootopia. No, they haven't gotten to the ones that I expect La La Land to win yet. So
They haven't gotten to what?
they haven't gotten to the ones that I expected them to win yet.
Oh, okay.
So.
Yeah, I don't know. I recorded the Oscars just so I could like watch them later and shit like that.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, they're actually pretty enjoyable. I mean, last year was the first time I actually watched the entire show, so I mean, that's actually ain't that. I mean, it's not a bad like fucking. Other than watching the Oscars last year, the only other award show I would watch was either like Country Music Awards, the CMAs, or Kid Choice Awards from Nickelodeon. So,
I love the Kids' Choice Awards.
I like them too. The sliming thing always was enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
I think they actually still do it, but I think it's like streamed on the internet now.
I could see that.
Yeah, I don't know. As long as what I put as best picture, I think I put that war one as best picture.
Hacksaw Ridge.
Hacksaw Ridge, yeah, that's the one I picked for best
Mel
picture.
Gibson's movie.
I don't know.
It is.
Movie?
But
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I know I didn't put La La Land, which like I said, I only put La La Land for a few of them.
Mm-hmm. I actually ended up putting La La Land for fewer of them than I thought, but still,
I don't know. I was when I was laid off after we talked about this shit and everything, I went to Jimmy John's to get a sandwich, but right next to Jimmy John's they have Family Video, which for those of you who don't know what a Family Video is,
there was a time you used to go and rent movies from a physical brick and mortar store because Netflix didn't exist.
That's right. I mean, shit, and this was like before even Netflix was even Netflix. This is what Netflix was. You ordered the movie and they mailed it to you.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like before that. But I go in there. That's why I buy most of my movies at, because you could buy like the regular DVD of a new movie that came out for it was like either like $7.99 or 3 for $21. That's where most of my movies came from. So I just fuck it. So I went in there and looked for some of these movies that were nominated and shit, because in my mind these are like 2016 releases.
Right.
Half these movies are still in fucking theaters.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, what the fuck? And the movies that I thought that would do great through 2016, they're not even nominated for anything. Free State of Jones, I still want to see that movie.
Yeah, me too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So,
If you have it, maybe I'll make that stop 4. We'll go eat some delicious food, and drink some delicious drinks, and then we'll go back to your house and watch Free State of Zones.
There we go. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get the movie. I just gotta get myself.
I'm ready when you guys are.
Oh, Colin, I've been bantering till you were ready. Take it away, Colin.
Welcome back, everybody. This is this week's This Freakin' State of Mind. As you all know, this is our little segment where we go through each state, naming off a little bit of facts about that state. We are been going in alphabetical order. Last week we ended with Kentucky, right, guys?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So that moves us right on to the great state of Louisiana. As I say every week, I get these facts from the internet. Not everything on the internet is true. If you question it, look it up. If you don't, go fuck yourself. I don't really care. I have no reason to believe that these are fake, but you know, people are assholes and they just want to be dumb. So,
bitches.
Moving right on, Louisiana. Everyone knows Mardi Gras. The world famous Mardi Gras celebrated in New Orleans. Mardi Gras is an ancient custom that originated in Southern Europe, and it celebrates food and fun just before the 40 days of Lent, which is a Catholic time of prayer and sacrifice. The Battle of New Orleans, which made Andrew Jackson a national hero, was fought 2 weeks after the War of 1812 and had ended. Was fought 2 weeks after the War of 1812 had ended and more than a month before the news of the wars and had reached Louisiana.
Jeez.
Interesting. Baton Rouge, Louisiana hosted the 1983 Special Olympics International Summer Games at LSU. Louisiana has the only state capital. Oh, wow. Louisiana has the tallest state capitol building in the U.S. The building is 450 feet tall and has 34 floors.
Wow.
Is it a skyscraper? So weird for a Capitol building, but whatever. Louisiana is the only state in the union that does not have counties. And it's what would be counties are considered parishes. And I've learned about that from the TV show True Blood. So, which takes place in Louisiana for the most part. Louisiana is the only state with a large population of Cajuns, descendants of the Acadians who were driven out of Canada in the 1700s because they wouldn't pledge allegiance to the King of England.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Me either.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, fun.
The Superdome in New Orleans is the world's largest steel-constructed room, unobstructed by posts. Height is 273 feet. The diameter of the dome is 680 feet. Area of the roof is 9.7 acres. The interior space is 125 million cubic feet. Total floor footage is 269,000 square feet. And the electrical wiring is about 400 miles long. The Metairie, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, is home to the longest bridge over water in the world, the Lake Pontchartrain Causeway. The causeway connects Metairie with St. Tammany Parish on the north shore. The causeway is 24 miles long. Jeez, hate to break down on that. If that doesn't have exits and stuff, I mean, there might be actually. Louisiana is the only state that still refers to the Napoleonic Code in its state laws.
What?
Yeah.
It's bizarre.
That I don't even know what Napoleon is.
Like the law of the
that's
land
a
underneath
college
Napoleon.
Yeah, but Napoleon was never in the U.S., was he?
No, but he sold the Louisiana Purchase to Thomas Jefferson.
Oh. Okay.
In
I believe you.
Yeah, sure, I'll believe you.
18 whatever it was, or 17 whatever it was. I can't remember which.
St. Martin Parish is home to the world's largest freshwater river basin, the fucked up name basin. The basin provides nearly every type of outdoor recreational activity imaginable. Obviously, I don't know how to pronounce the basin's name because that's why I said what it is. Let's have Joe try it. It's ATCHA.
ATCHA.
L-
Sorry, hold on.
Okay.
Well, you're cutting in and out just a little bit.
Okay. ATCHA FALAYA.
Atchafalay?
Sure.
No idea. That's a weird word there. Get your shit together, Louisiana.
Exactly. Well, it's all those Cajuns, you know. The Brieux Bridge is known as the crawfish capital of the world. Yeah. So then we have in Louisiana, biting someone with your natural teeth is considered a simple assault. Biting someone with false teeth is considered aggravated assault.
At least they define that very closely.
Right?
What the hell?
Wait, so biting someone with your false teeth is aggravated assault?
Yeah, apparently.
That's bizarre.
So, in 1718, the French found New Orleans and marked Cans Brûlée. Yeah, Cans Brûlée on maps upriver in the area known today as the city of Kenner. French for burnt canes. Cans Brûlée was a name given by explorers who observed natives burning cane to drive out wild game. Between April 17, 1862 and May 18, 1864, so roughly about 2 years, 20 major Civil War battles and engagements were fought on Louisiana soil.
Crazy.
In 1803, the United States paid France $15 million for the Louisiana Territory. There we go. 1803, Joe. 828,000 square miles of land west of the Mississippi. The lands acquired stretch from the Mississippi River to the Rocky Mountains and from the Gulf of Mexico to the Canadian border. 13 states were carved from the Louisiana Territory. Louisiana Purchase nearly doubled the size of the U.S.
That's true.
Bayou is the French name for slow-moving river. Interesting. I didn't know that it was considered a river. Louisiana's first territorial governor, William C.C. Claiborne, had great admiration for the awkward bird that inhabited the Gulf Coast region, the pelican. Rather than let its young starve, would tear at its own flesh to feed them. The governor's great respect for the pelican led him to first use pelican symbol on official documents. That is interesting to know that it will tear its own flesh to do. The Union Cottonseed Oil Mill of West Monroe was in the planning stages as early as 1883. By 1887, it provided the area with many jobs for laborers of the area. The Union Oil Mill is the oldest industry in the Ouachita Parish.
Wichita?
Huh?
Is it Wichita, maybe?
Oh. Ouachita.
I'm not sure, but I
Ouachita?
think so. I think it's Wichita.
Ouachita. The city of Kaplan is referred to as the most Cajun place on earth. The town of Jean Lafitte was once a hideaway for pirates. Winsboro, the Stars and Stripes capital of Louisiana, is one of the most patriotic cities in America. On Memorial Day, July 4th, Veterans Day, Labor Day, and other special occasions, approximately 350 American flags proudly along the Highway 15. The Golden Spike, commemorating the completion of the East-West Vicksburg, Shreveport, and Pacific Railroad, was driven at Bossier City on July 12, 1884, by Julia Pansy Rule. It was the first such spike driven by a woman. The city of Ponchatoula is the oldest incorporated city in the Tangapoa Parish. Ponchatoula derives its name from the Choctaw Indian language meaning hair to hang, because of the abundance of Spanish moss on the trees surrounding the area. Le Musée de la Villa de Kaplan, the Kaplan Museum, is located in the center of downtown Kaplan. Le Musée, at appropriate times, has exhibits centered on the seasonal festivals: Mardi Gras, Easter, July 4th, Bastille Day, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. Goudan is known as the duck capital of the world, or duck capital of America, in recognition of the abundance of waterfowl. We should tell your brother Nick to go there, Travis.
Yeah.
No, because he's a waterfowl reaper.
He is that waterfowl reaper. He loves Canada. He I don't know if he's ever been south. Remind me to ask him about that. He might actually enjoy that, being a reaper of waterfalls.
Right? Well, might not be able to shoot him.
He'll do it. I'll challenge him.
Mamu bills itself as the Cajun music capital of the world. Mamu musicians, in particular, the musicians who have performed at Fred's Lounge, have been a major force in expanding the audience for Cajun music far beyond southwest Louisiana. The Harvey Canal locks near West Wego connect the Mississippi River to the Harvey Canal. Back in the 1800s, the locks served as ferries to transport railroad cars from one side of the canal to the other. Workers would then reunite the railroad cars on land. This service may have sparked the name of the town. According to one local folktale, trainmen would shout, "West we go," as the railroad cars were reconnected and pulled out of the station. And then, for our last fact for the great state of Louisiana, the Creole house in French settlement was built of cypress wood. It is typical of the dwellings built in the late 1800s because cypress was so plentiful in the surrounding swamps. And that's all we have for this week's This Freakin' State of Mind. Thanks for joining me, and I ain't gonna lie, I actually want to go to Louisiana one time.
I definitely want to check it out. I want to check it out more for just like the New Orleans like ghost history and shit like that.
Yeah. See,
Yeah,
to
that's
me,
some
like
good
Mardi
stuff.
Gras has no interest to me.
No, the
I've-
Mardi Gras
yeah.
festival itself, other than seeing tits, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
It's just, like just the history of this town itself, I'm very fascinated in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
like-
awesome.
You've been there?
No, just from what I've like, the history of Louisiana of New Orleans is amazing.
Yeah, yeah. I actually, when I was in the Navy, I worked with a guy from there, friends with. He's a cool guy.
Nice.
But I mean, he's a huge like, yeah, New Orleans, best thing in the world kind of guy. But
That's how I feel about Chicago.
yeah,
I love that damn city.
Yeah, and that's the problem with this world.
That makes one of you.
But like that Cajun music capital of the world, Mamu,
Mhm.
I kind of want to go there. I want to see it. So, but
Yeah.
like I said, thank you all for joining me this week on this Freakin' State of Mind. Let's turn this back over to our good boy Travis.
Well, thank you, Colin. I appreciate that. Yeah, no, New Orleans is definitely on my list to go. That and Nashville. I definitely want to go to Nashville and Branson, Missouri are on my top three to visit.
Nice.
So, of course it's nice. Come on now, man. Yeah, all time favorite trip I want to do in the future is I definitely want to go out. I guess more in the area where Joey is now and like kind of check out his Civil War spots and shit, like the historical Civil War spots in Virginia and stuff. So I guess not so much Connecticut state that Joe dwells in, but state just was southwest of you,
Mm-hmm.
give or take. Yeah, yeah. Oh fuck. Hey Joe,
Yeah.
what you freaking on this week?
You know, I had an answer to this.
I would hope so.
Oh,
Because
what was I freaking
try
on
to-
this week?
Try to do it every week.
I know. I'm pretty sure that it's the book by Stephen King. I've been
Oh.
reading that again in my free time, and it's tremendous. It's a really good book.
Yeah. When is the movie supposed to come out?
Later this year, I think September or October.
Is it this year? Because I thought I heard something about being pushed back, but maybe I was just thinking of something else.
I
Like,
honestly, I don't watch TV, and so I don't know when it's supposed to come out.
Well, let's take a look.
No kidding.
Release date right now is set for September 8th, 2007.
there we go. I'm surprised they didn't like move it more towards Halloween.
Right?
Yeah, it is weird.
A small town in Maine, 7 children known as the Losers Club.
That's right.
It's gonna be a 2-part, just like the first.
I'm excited. I wish it. I don't know.
Wait, this,
I am, but I'm not, because I
So they're gonna-
really like the first one.
Yeah.
so they're releasing 2 separate movies for it?
It's 2-part. It's the first one's them as the group as kids. The second
Oh.
one as adults.
That
But
makes sense.
I mean, like they're not releasing like part 1 on September 8th and then part 2 later on. It's gonna be kind of like how like if you were to watch on DVD where it's one right after the other. Or how does
No,
that
I don't
work?
think the second one's gonna be released this year.
Oh, lame. I get it, but
I don't
at
know.
the same time, I mean, it's kind of a risky thing there because, like, if you go to watch part 1 and part 1 absolutely sucks, you're gonna have motivation to go see part 2,
Right? I wouldn't.
right?
I would see it just because.
Because the completionist in me wouldn't let me. You
I
know.
get I get Colin doing it because it's like the conversation I had about Colin the other day about Colin's not a yes or no, he's right in the middle maybe kind of guy.
I
Right.
like that statement. That was a very true statement.
Colin was preparing dinner for him and his lady friend, and his girlfriend told him like you gotta put the garlic bread in for 8 to 12 minutes. Colin went for 10.
Nice.
Slightly overcooked it. Not Colin's fault. My oven cooks pretty quick, pretty high.
Yeah.
So, but it's like, I mean, but that's what Colin is. Like, like one person can have an opinion, another person can have another opinion, and Colin can be like, yeah. Like, that's
Yeah.
it.
I get it.
It's
I'm
like,
smelling
like,
you're
you know
talking
Let's
what?
just meet in the middle.
Yeah. It's like, I think Jurassic Park is the best movie, and then someone will be like, I think King Kong is, and he'd be like, they're both good.
Yep.
It's like, what? What do you think, Colin? Yes. Like, what?
Exactly.
But that's
Speaking of
Colin.
things Colin thinks, what are you freaking on this week?
I'm freaking on that. I went out and got my microwave and knives and utensils.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, remember
For your new place?
Yeah.
Yep. New place.
It's awesome. It's awesome because like when Colin and Sam came home that day when they were telling me about everything, it reminded me of like how excited Derek was about the shit he was buying when he was going off to college. So like it brought back like those parental feelings. I'm like, big boys growing up, leaving the nest. Yeah, I mean Colin's got the right idea. Colin's fucking theming. Like Colin's trying to match everything for his kitchen. I just threw a bunch of shit together. I didn't give a fuck.
Nice.
Colin's got like
I didn't try to match anything in my kitchen until I got married.
Colin's starting out fresh. Red microwave, red knives.
Good for him.
Red whatever.
Red
Is that
stuff.
your idea or is that Sam's idea?
Well, she likes the red, but I want everything to match.
Match everything to match?
If it wasn't red, it would be a different color. So,
But matching regardless. I get what you're saying.
yeah, matching.
Yeah. Yeah, see, I mean, if it wasn't for my mom, probably nothing in my fucking bathroom would fucking match. Because first off, I'm colorblind, so everything slightly resembles each other in its own way. And secondly, I didn't give a fuck. Mom's like, what color you want to paint the bathroom? I'm like, I don't care. Well, what kind of style do you want for the shower? I don't care. What kind of wood do you want for the cabinet? Like, I don't care. It's all going to cost the same amount, whether it's one color or another. I don't care. I want that one. Oh, that color don't match the wall. I'm like, okay, we're going to go with that color. Well, that one don't match the towels. I'm like, you do it, Mom. It's all you. You call dibs. All you. No, I'm not a color coordinated person. Like Colin pointed out to me, you look at my fucking living room. I got a brown couch, a blue couch, and a black leather recliner. And do you know why I have that, Joe? Go ahead and ask me why.
Why you have what?
Ask me why I got a brown couch, a blue couch, and a black leather recliner.
Because they all look like they're the same color to you?
Nope, because it's free.
That's, yeah, me too.
Times are tough, man. And I can either get a couch that matches or feed the dog.
Yep.
And guess what? Cooper may look like he's starving, but he doesn't go hungry. This dog does not gain fucking weight.
I believe that too.
Yeah, it's nuts. But yeah, I'll tell you what I'm geeking on, freaking on.
Yeah, please do.
What show is it? What show is this?
I don't even know.
Fucking. I'll tell you what I'm freaking on. Fucking Wolverine comes out Friday, and I hope to go see
That's right.
Logan. I'm sorry, it's not Wolverine. It's Logan.
I'm so
Logan
excited.
comes out Friday. So
I have skipped every single one of those goddamn ads on YouTube. I do not have any interest in that movie.
Oh my gosh, those ads are the only reason I'm excited for it.
I want to see it just because I never would have thought they would have done an old man Logan movie. Never in my life I thought they would do that. So I'm really excited that they're going to.
Same here, and it looks every trailer I've seen for it looks absolutely phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm so excited.
Yeah, so I might do that on Saturday. If I don't do it Saturday, eventually I will do it. But that's my main focus right now is getting through the work week and seeing that movie on Saturday. So, hey Joe.
Yeah.
every week our listeners can catch Geek Cast Joe here on this freaking show. But if they need to get more Geek Cast Joe, where can they go?
If you want more Geekcast Joe, you can find me over at the Geekcast Live podcast at gcl.ninja. You can also find us on Facebook, iTunes, Twitter, and YouTube by searching Geekcast Live. I had to think hard about it because we're not on SoundCloud anymore.
Are you don't do SoundCloud no more?
Nope. Too much money,
You know
not
what?
worth it.
Yeah, pay money for SoundCloud?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. You know what I found out the other day, and I'm not sure if it's true or not because I actually haven't looked into it too much yet,
What's that?
is that when you put a podcast on Stitcher, they'll automatically put um advertisements in your show.
Huh.
Like
That's nice
I
of them.
I haven't checked it out. I saw that Fear from Fifth Cast put something on there, and from my understanding, it's like our show will go onto it and like at some random point in it, because he says within his hour-long show there's like 3 advertisements, but it's not like the podcast pauses, the advertisement goes, and then it resumes. It plays through the podcast, like it's silent. It mutes the podcast, does the advertising, so you miss whatever's said during that fucking other podcast's advertisement.
That's weird.
And I've never listened to our show on Stitcher. I've only listened to it on iTunes or Podbean, so I have no fucking idea. But I'm going to listen to it, and if that is happening, we're getting the fuck off Stitcher
Damn straight.
because that's not worth it. And no one's gonna fucking promote shit on our show without our consent or paying us. So they can fuck themselves.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, if you do listen to it on Stitcher, let me know if it's happening. If you don't listen to it on Stitcher and you don't, you listen on iTunes, give us a 5-star review while you're over there. If you're on Podbean, follow us on Podbean. If you're on Google Play, congratulations, because I've yet to hear anyone say to use Google Play for fucking podcasts yet. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram just by searching This Freaking Show. Also, if you haven't had a chance yet, check out last week's show where we interviewed Brian Lau from the Staunch Ambition podcast. And I've also realized, and I didn't realize this until last Thursday, but if you look at the title of Staunch Ambition, the fucking STA in Staunch and the TION and Ambition are capitalized and everything else is lowercase. Did you guys notice that?
I didn't notice it was capitalized. I noticed it was a different color.
Yeah, and we put together it says station.
Yeah. I noticed that.
I didn't realize that until I looked at it because I went to go link him to our tweet about the show, and you have to put in the way that it shows, which has to be capital S, capital T, capital A, lowercase t or UNCH, and then lowercase AMBI, capital TION. I'm saying like, holy shit! It fucking said, good for them. Holy shit! And like, so I mean, I thought that was pretty fun, cool. Like, obviously, you guys know my memory is very shot, and a lot of it's from the drinking. So I can't recall if we talked about that in last week's episode. I don't think that was ever brought up though.
No, it wasn't. I wanted to bring it up, but I didn't know how to, because I wasn't sure what I wanted to ask about it.
Yeah, I mean, because simple. Hey, did you mean to do Station and Staunch Ambition is very hard to bring up.
Well, but the thing is, the problem is, it's like it's the answer to that is yes, obviously. Thank you for noticing, and then I don't know where the conversation goes from there. So.
I'm just fucking with you.
No,
Jeff.
I know. What I actually wondered was like, was he making a reference to like Station from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure?
Well, we're going to have to find out when we have him on the show next.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Also, keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, that next week's show we are going to have Super Casey back. So I'm super excited for that. Really happy to have her back on. I think that's it.
Nice.
I think that's all I got. Colin, you got anything?
Nope.
Joey, got anything else like that?
You got a quote from what's his name?
Will Rogers?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm actually going to read that one quote that I didn't want to read last week because I didn't quite know what it was saying.
Do it.
But I decided to read a different one because it said the word women in it, and I didn't read ahead, and I didn't want it to be too offensive.
Yeah.
And now I can't even figure out where the fuck that's at. I think a woman went on my computer and deleted it. Alright, I'm going to read this one because this one's actually one of my favorites. I'll find the woman one next week. Here. No, it's right here. Yeah, I'm going to read that one next week because this one I like it better. Keep in mind, ladies, this quote about women is not bad. I know it makes it sound bad because I keep saying I'm going to say it. I'm not going to say it. It's not bad. It should, should I just say 2 quotes this week?
All right, do what you feel in your heart place.
Follow my star.
Your heart place.
Follow my star. I'm going to read 2 quotes this week from Will Rogers. One of them's for men, one of them's for women. Actually, they're both for men. I lied. Okay. There are 2 theories to arguing with women. Neither work. And then my favorite Will Rogers quote so far that I found. There are 3 kinds of men. The ones that learn by reading, the few who learn by observation, and the rest of them have to pee on the electric fence for themselves. Fucking love that one.
Yeah, that's about right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am Travesty.
I'm Awkward Colin.
And I'm Geek Cast Joe.
Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of this freaking show. I'm out.